Yeah, baby. You know what they try that hard? When they gotta try that hard, put a bad name on me, I must be way better than them. Greetings and welcome to the Griff Report. NFL, we're gonna do the first two kickoff. Thursday, Ravens versus Chiefs. 4-1 versus Lamar Jackson. 6-2, Andy Reid versus Harbaugh. But some things have changed. 3 new offensive linemen in Baltimore. A new receiver group again for KC. And the Chiefs find themselves with a new left tackle as well. The biggest matchup is who's going to stop the tight ends. Mark Andrews will have Reed on him most of the day. Travis Kelce will have Hamilton. Do the Chiefs come out clicking already? Mahomes is not quite as invincible as he is in the playoffs in September, but he's close to it. 15-4 in September. 5-1 in week 1. His long loss came last year at the hands of Detroit, coming in there, going for it on 4th down, having the fortune to have the tip ball. Things like that got to happen to beat Kansas City at Kansas City. We have to be somebody on the defense step up for Baltimore, for sure, for them to have a chance. This group is probably locked in for February as they're attempting the first three-peat in NFL history. They face Jackson here, coming off an MVP year. They get the help at running back. Well, some say we'll see how the backfield goes here with Derrick Henry. They definitely weren't underperforming last year with the run game. We'll see how this year goes. Ravens had some talk about them not being as good, and it's always tough to pick against Kansas City, especially at Arrowhead. It seems every time I do, I get beat. Now, I'll just let you know, I let my daughter pick this first game here. So she went with the Ravens. So my picks are the Ravens money line and the Ravens +3. So I'll make my prediction 23-24 Baltimore. I think this thing gets born off the leg of Justin Tucker. I'd love to have these first 2 games right. We'll see how they go. It's tough games coming out at the start of the year. See if Baltimore's able to come in here and run the ball well. I also like this game over, even though that's not really an official pick, but I do like it over. But it's going to be right in there close to it. Over 46. So Ravens +130, Ravens +3, over 46. Game 2 is Friday night. Packers versus Eagles. The Friday night NFL game, maybe a bit of the same thing as far as it's must-see TV. And it could go either way as far as gambling. You got to know that going into both these games. This getting a look at the new teams at the start of the year, that's your big bets are going to come later on down the road when you're comfortable with how they're playing and what kind of effort you're going to get. I mean, for me at least. But I still make small plays, I guess. Both these teams have a lot to look forward to. Philly fans are hyped up, and the wagers are falling. 70% of the consensus is on Philadelphia. They're bringing in Barkley to an all-star group already. Brown, Smith, Goddard, and I mean, can't take anything away from Hurts at QB. He's been the quarterback, taken him to the Super Bowl. Had him right there to the brink of it. There's a few plays in that game. Had they gone different, things might have gone different completely. But one fumble snapped away. But there's always this year. Last time these two teams met, it was Aaron Rodgers at QB. They couldn't even keep it close with the Eagles, with Rodgers at the helm. It was 40-33, and it was Packers coming back to keep it that close. Thing is, they have 2 new cornerbacks now, and they have a different pass defense that the Eagles had then that really gave Rodgers some trouble. It seems like now they've got Darius Slay. They've got 2 rookies along with him. They got a brand new defensive coordinator. The difference is the Packers bring the 49ers offense, so which has had some success in fact the whole game plan. 49ers went in and stuck to the script, and the NFL is a monkey see, monkey do type of thing. Um, is the game plan really out on Philadelphia as they went from first place to their descent last year? Um, it seemed almost as though what they were doing had been figured out by opponents. Have they made those adjustments? That's what's going to be the real question. Or have they figured out what they're doing? And it's not going to matter if they got it figured out. They've got it figured out if they have the players to implement that game plan. But do they? Is that the case, or am I just perceiving that as a fan? I don't know. Uh, my reasoning for this pick is the new guys joining Darius Slay, and I think the Packers are going to be able to move the ball as well. I think that Jacobs comes in and has a big day. Um, they get their backs a lot of carries, and they do it from every different angle which they can. Um, it can be difficult to deal with. I'm sure. Uh, Originally, I looked at the over here because I don't think there's any way that the Eagles aren't going to be able to move the ball. They're going to move the ball some. I think they are because Green Bay doesn't have the same defense that the 49ers have to keep up with that whole game plan. They might be able to slow them down. The Eagles have been really tough when they've had Smith and Brown healthy. When they've had both of them healthy, they've been at the top of the NFC. Uh, Look at the points per game last year: 24.6 for the Eagles, 23.8 for Green Bay. So that's about where this game probably going to be: 23, 24, somewhere in there. Um, but Philly only put up 19.19 per game on the road last year away from home. So I was thinking about backing off the over, but I can definitely justify it with the points per game and with I mean what they're expected to do. I mean, how much are they going to feature Barkley coming in? We don't know. We don't know how many carries he's going to get. They got enough to spread the ball around to everybody, and then they've got that fourth down rugby play. But I think Green Bay went 28.7 for the last three games last year, and kind of got the taste for blood and how hard they have to play uh, with the urgentness um, that they played with in the playoffs and down the stretch to make it into the playoffs. The urgentness they had on Thanksgiving when they went into Detroit and upset them. The public is only 30% on Green Bay. My pick is the Green Bay Packers. Um, Green Bay plus 122, Green Bay plus 2.5, over 48. I may be 0-2 here, but those are just my thoughts on the games. I mean, I don't actually know what's going to happen. Best of luck. This has been the Griff Report, NFL edition.